In this video, I'm going to show you how you can instantly stop overthinking without excessive journaling, any meditation, or even positive thinking. But first, let's start with the difference between a thought, thinking, and overthinking. So a thought is just something that randomly pops up in your head. It's not something you choose, not something you decide. It also requires zero energy to produce. Whereas thinking is the act of engaging with your thoughts. It's analyzing your thoughts. It's judging your thoughts. And it requires energy from your side because you are actively engaging with it. And then overthinking is just thinking on steroids. And it's often a means of avoidance, of not taking actions or avoiding feelings and spiraling. And so another analogy I like to use for this is, imagine you see a dumbbell on the floor. Well, that's like a thought. You're just observing the dumbbell. Thinking is picking up the dumbbell and holding on to it tightly. Whereas overthinking is just doing loads of reps and until your muscle is exhausted and your arm is in pain. And so if you wanted to relieve yourself from the pain in your arm because of all the reps and holding onto this dumbbell, what would you do? Well, you would just drop it. Well, that's the exact same thing for overthinking. You don't want to stop your thoughts. You just want to drop your thoughts. And by that I mean stop engaging with your thoughts because, like I said earlier, thinking requires energy to produce. It's you engaging, whereas a thought, it requires no energy. It's just observing. You don't have to engage. You don't have to do anything. And so with overthinking, if you switch from being the protagonist, so you're engaged in your thoughts, to being just the observer, well, automatically you reduce the amount of energy you produce, and it's like you let go of the dumbbell, right? And it's because it's never the thoughts we have that make us suffer. It's the thoughts that we attach to. And so another analogy I love with this is the snow globe analogy. And so when you're holding onto dumbbell, when you're doing the reps, it's like you're shaking a snow globe. But actually, when you just let go and just watch the snow or stop shaking the snow globe, eventually it will settle. And that's when you'll actually get clarity. So next time you find yourself spiraling and overthinking or ruminating, just take a deep breath, pause, and just drop the thought by observing it, noticing, oh, that's a thought. I'm having a thought about this. And when you switch from that protagonist seat to the observer seat, well, eventually the snow will settle, and that's when you'll truly find clarity. Much love.